My name's Denise and I started this Thrive programme 5 weeks ago now, and I came a bit of a nervous wreck. I had no energy, lots of medical problems, and now I'm full of energy, feel light in my body, and I've got rid of a big sack of spuds off my shoulders. And I'm off a lot of my medication.
Wow, that's good. So what did you find the most useful in the Thrive programme?
The most useful?
Yeah.
Sorry, my mind's going blank.
That's all right. Now you said that it feels like a sack of spuds has been lifted off. Yeah. Was there anything that as you were working through that you realised it was up to you to make the change?
Oh yes, but the most useful thing was to get rid of all the negative thoughts.
Yes.
Because obviously the negativity of the thoughts was affecting my feelings, which was then affecting my health. And once I got rid of the negativity and the phobias and everything else, then the world was my oyster, literally.
Wonderful. I believe that you had a phobia of snakes.
I did have a phobia of snakes. I couldn't even mention the word at one time. And now, on the television, if there was a programme that I thought they might be on, I'd be sitting there with the remote control and the off button. And now, the other night I was sitting there watching one, and they had one about all the animals and that, and there again I would have been trying, and I sat there watching, and they put a picture of a snake up on, and they took it off too quick, Gary. I couldn't study it properly.
So you really got interested in it, yeah?
Yeah, whereas before that would have been scream.
Isn't that amazing?
No, I just wanted to leave it there so I could actually study it.
Right. Fascinated then?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, just let me study it now. But no, it was gone too quick, so... And bees, if a bee came anywhere near me,
yeah,
I was gone. And I would stand beside the bee and watch him going into all the flowers.
Yeah.
And a wasp, I was gone. I screamed in the bus one day because there was a wasp in the bus. It came in my flat the other day, and I thought, oh, a wasp. Got up and opened the door, shut the other doors, and I thought, off you go.
And what was that like?
And totally forgot about the wasp.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It was before I would have followed that wasp everywhere. All curled up like this, with the door shut, and I wouldn't have been able to leave that room until I knew where the wasp was gone.
Wow.
That didn't bother me at all.
Isn't that great?
Absolutely amazing.
Great?
And travelling always bothered me.
Mm-hmm.
And so yesterday I set off on a big journey of 4 hours of travelling.
Wow.
With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buses and waiting in between. And whereas I'd no energy whatsoever for most of my life, I left the house at 9:15 and got home 10 to 6 that night and still had loads of energy and felt fantastic. And I say my body is just so light. It's just a quick, and I'd be gone. I'd fall over, I think.
Oh, I'm sure there's more strength there than that, definitely.
Yeah.
And also I believe that you've been sharing the Thrive book with others.
I have. I gave it to my sister. Well, I told my sister to get it, told her all about it, and she got it on a Thursday. And on Monday she goes to this club with the stroke patients, and the chap that normally reads out the bingo left her a message, would she be able to do it for him? And she did it, and she made them all laugh, and she loved it, and she felt proud of herself. She sent me this text,
yes,
and I texted her back and I said, would you have done that before you read the Thrive book? And she said, no way. I'd have been too far embarrassed and felt foolish and all.
Wow.
And she feels fantastic, and she's travelling now, and she's only had the book a week yesterday.
That's amazing,
she's had the
isn't
book.
it?
And she's doing things she never did before. She's gone to the library, and whereas before she'd have to ask somebody for help to get a book out, she put her own book in and got her book out, and then she came out of the library and she thought, what have I just done? And that was the same for me. Things I did that I would never do before.
Such as?
As well, like this, when I was on the bus in the very, very hot weather, and there was only me on the bus on the way back, and the bus was just going 10 miles an hour because it obviously had no water in it, and it's a safety thing. And this poor chap, he tried to get some water at a garage, and the water pump wasn't working, so he couldn't. So I said to him, I live just down there. I said, did you want to stop and get some water? And he said, oh, that'd be lovely. And I thought, and so he locked up the bus and I brought him into my flat. This man I'd never met brought him into my flat, and he carried some water and I carried some water. And we went down, we put it in, and he needed some more water. And I said, I'll get you some more. You stay there at the bus, save you locking up and everything. So up and down 4 times with the water, and it actually boiled up, and then it settled down. So that's what it was. It needed the water, and I said, okay, take care. Then I went back in home, and I told my friend about this, and she sat there and she said, you what? You brought a man you'd never met into your flat? I said, yeah. Well, I didn't think anything of it.
So you felt safe and in control.
Yeah, and she couldn't get over the fact.
Mm-hmm.
Because before I might have offered him the water, but I would have said, you wait there and I'll bring it down, which would have been more trips because we brought one each.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have done that, and she's still looking at me thinking, this isn't Denise I know at all.
So obviously it really changed.
Completely changed. But, and this is a very important thing I think, I've not changed as a person. I'm still Denise. I'm still the same people, in case loved ones would think, oh, I won't know when she goes through this course. You don't change in that way.
Yeah.
You change, your feelings change, your thoughts change.
Yes.
It's just a complete uplift.
It is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And you feel like, I probably won't climb Mount Everest, but I know I could if I wanted to.
And I believe you've got a sign there.
And I have a sign here that I picked up yesterday.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is exactly what
Can you
Thrive
just
is
a
all
little bit
about.
up for me, please, Denise? So if you don't climb the mountain, you can't see the view.
To me, this is what Thrive is all about. And I've read so many self-help books. I've had hypnotherapy, I've had counselling, on and off all through my life. Okay, I got a bit out of all of them. But it was a lot of work for very little result. This is very little work for a lot of result.
Well, I think we'll end it there.
So
that's brilliant, Denise. Oh, one last thing. I know that I was sort of working through it with you. Anything you want to say about your Thrive consultant?
he's fantastic. Much better looking than he is in his photograph. And it's just like sitting talking to a friend. And I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I will miss it. I'll miss seeing you.
I'm sure you miss it, but also you're going to be working on it, aren't you?
Yes, I've finished the book.
Yeah.
And now I'm going right back to the start again.
Good.
Because I want to just learn more and more and more.
Can't ask for something, can we?
And as I say, like reading is a book I found I couldn't put down. I would say it's the most interesting book I've ever read.
Yeah.
And I've read loads of books. It's what I call a page turner.
Right. And Rob Kelly, what do you think about it?
I think he's fantastic. I want you to give him a big hug from me. A man hug.
The next time I see him, I'll give him one for you.
Give him a great big hug from me. People will talk, but hey.
Denise, thank you. Seriously, thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.